Hello everyone and welcome to a Replica Airguns video. My name is Michael K and today we're doing a little bit of an update video. My first real gun related video since I returned from my holiday. It's nice to be back making videos again for you. Alright, so today we're going to look at a couple comparison items and also a couple new items. So first off, I want to kind of cover the Colt Special Combat here. Now this is an Umarex product. Now what some of you may not be fully aware of, a lot of companies will actually buy products from the manufacturer and have them rebranded. So in other words, they're not really making them from scratch or in their own warehouse. They're kind of contracting the work out and the manufacturer is putting that company's brand on the product for them. So you'll notice here we have two very similar products. They're distributed by two completely different companies. The Colt Special Combat is an Umarex product. The Xtreme 45 is a G&G product. Now they look very similar, but there are some internal differences. This is a BB gun, 4.5mm steel BB, and this is an airsoft gun, so it shoots 6mm plastic BBs. They also have slightly different magazines, and I'll show you that right now. This is the G&G magazine, the airsoft magazine. Now the hole's going to be a little different size, but you'll notice it's different shaped. That's because the G&G has an internal blowback mechanism, whereas the Colt Special Combat does not. So you have slightly different tabs. This has a screw-in tab on the bottom. The G&G Colt Special Combat has the basic tab, generic tab, which sticks out a bit. So I would say the Colt Special Combat is easier to load. This is a little funny to load, but this looks better when it's in the gun. Alright? So now getting back to the blowback action, we'll take a look at the Colt Special Combat here. And you can see the slide box back. You can see right through it because there's no blowback mechanism inside. You only can shoot this gun in double action. Well, double and single, but you have to cock it for single action each time. Okay? So, cock it first for single action because it doesn't blow back and it doesn't cock the hammer. Nice looking gun, decent gun overall. It's been popular. Now, I've had a lot of people asking me for an airsoft version of the Colt Special Combat, and so far this is the closest thing I guess we can come to it, at least that I've had my hands on. And you'll notice when you look inside that you can't see through it because this is the sort of blowback area here that allows the blowback action. And other than that, I mean, they're very, very similar. You can shoot this gun, you can't see, you can really only shoot it in single action because of the blowback. You only have single action operation, which, by the way, is what a real 1911 would be like. You'd only be able to shoot it in single action. Now it does have a kind of wacky looking trigger. This isn't really a true 1911 trigger, but at least you get the single action only that a 1911 would have. So I'm going to quickly show you the blowback action on this gun. Alright. Pretty cool, not too bad. Alright, so moving on to our Tanfoglio Witness. So these two guns here. Now we do have the steel BB 4.5mm 1911 Tanfoglio Witness right here. Now this is the KWC version, okay? Now what you can see right now, there's a slight difference. Really the only difference is the labeling on the gun on the slide. And some people might prefer this Tanfoglio Witness branding on here. Some people might prefer it off and just keep the gun pretty much brand free. It looks good both ways in my opinion. Now what does look better on the KWC is when you get to this side, you'll notice that there's all this lettering here. It doesn't look very good, whereas the KWC version doesn't have it. So right side definitely looks better. Left side, that's kind of up to you. Exactly the same gun, okay? They're made in the same factory. This one is just rebranded for Cybergun. They are the same quality, they have the same shooting characteristics, and the same performance. Magazines, everything is interchangeable. It's all the same, okay? And by the way, we do have airsoft versions of the Tanfoglio Witness in a 6mm BB version. So if you're looking for airsoft, you can get this gun in airsoft as well. Now I don't have what's called a KWC PT99, and that's basically the KWC version of the GSG 92. And I guess it's like a Taurus copy, because this is really more of a Taurus copy than a Beretta, just because of the way the safety works. And so the PT99 is sort of a takeoff of the Taurus. Now they're identical again, same company that makes them. KWC makes it for Cybergun, and slightly different markings, but really it's the same mechanical gun. It's the same quality from the same factory. So if you see these two different versions in the store, don't worry about it. They're the same gun, okay? So don't get all caught up on whether it's Cybergun or KWC, because really, they're all KWC. Okay, I just wanted to also mention that we now have the KWC Desert Eagle in the satin or nickel finish. Quite nice. And it's exactly the same as the black one, right? Blowback gun, very nice gun. This is airsoft. Exactly the same. Now, one thing I do want to address is you'll notice that the black one doesn't have any branding on it. So you don't have the KWC or the Desert Eagle branding there. You do have KWC, but you don't have the Desert Eagle branding on it. Now, that doesn't mean yours will or will not have it on either version. The challenge that we have with this particular item is when KW ships them, we don't know whether they're going to have Desert Eagle on them or not, or the batch that we get will be mixed. So I cannot promise when you buy one of these whether it will have the Desert Eagle branding on it or not. It's just whatever you get, okay? And that's listed on the website that it's not a guarantee. I guess some people, or a lot of people, might prefer the branding, but it's just basically this little bit here. It's not a huge deal. It's not even really engraved. It's just sort of painted on, or whatever you want to call it. So it's not a really huge deal. It's not like it's actually embossed or whatever right into the actual plastic, okay? It looks good both ways, and it's not a big deal. Now you may ask, what's the reason why we're carrying one or the other? Well, a lot of it comes down to what is available. Sometimes Cybergun products are available, sometimes KWC products are available. All of these guns sell very well, and it's a challenge keeping them in stock. So to keep them in stock, we're going to source out whichever versions we can get, and they will also be priced accordingly. Alright, so thanks again for watching another Replica Airguns video. Don't forget to check these guns out on the website at replicaairguns.com. I've got lots of different reviews for many of these guns, not necessarily all of them. Hopefully we'll be doing a review of the Xtreme 45 shortly. I've done reviews of the Colt Special Combat. I'll put a link in here. I've done a review of the Tanfoglio Witness. I've done a review of the KWC Desert Eagle. So those reviews are all done. And of course I've done the GSG 92. Now the KWC versions, the reviews would be identical. There would be really no difference in reviewing them. There's really not a big point in reviewing them because of the same gun. But again, I have not reviewed the G&G Xtreme 45. And by the way, we should be bringing in some more G&G products over time. So again, thanks for watching. Check out the Replica Airgun store if you're interested in purchasing any of these products. Also check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Username is Replica Airguns. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, take care.